Hello and welcome to the Monroe County Library System. My name is Elizabeth. I am from the Blue Bush Branch Library. This is Bethany. She is from the Dorsch Branch Library. And today we are going to show you how to do some gourmet dog treats. We do have a birthday party for a dog friend of ours tonight. So we are going to make the ice cream first because it takes up to 6 hours to freeze. I have 3 different recipes I would like to show you. The first one, of course, is ice cream. This is a pumpkin doggy ice cream. We are using pumpkin puree, plain Greek yogurt, and we are going to use peanut butter. Now, a couple things you need to know when baking for your dogs. Take it away, Bethany. This is her end of the deal, is knowing what I can and cannot feed my dogs. So,
if you're picking out a peanut butter, it's preferred that you do a peanut butter low in sugar. We did Jif, it's a little higher, but it's okay. The main thing you want to look out for is that the peanut butter does not have xylitol in it because it is highly toxic to dogs and it can kill them. And it is spelled Xylitol. So it's xylitol.
And you would find that right in the ingredients. I have already checked our Jif peanut butter and it does not have it in it. All right. Now, to start this one, it's a cup of pumpkin, 1 cup of low-fat yogurt, and a half of a cup of peanut butter. So we're just going to throw that in the mixer there. And you want to give me a half a cup there, and I'll.
Is that the half?
2/3.
No, that's 2/3.
I don't have it. Check the bowl. The red. There you go. That should be a half. Awesome. We do go through a lot of peanut butter in our house, so I do buy this at like Sam's Club or BJ's Warehouse because I get 2 at a time, and it does seem to be much cheaper when you buy peanut butter in bulk. What's great about making dog recipes is I don't know if any of you guys are like me in the kitchen when I am baking. I have a tendency to want to taste things. Making dog treats, I have no desire to taste them. So that is kind of a good thing about making dog treats if you love to bake, because you won't have that desire, that's for sure. Please grab me a spatula out of the thing. I will say it does smell really good, the pumpkin and everything, just so you know. Now, you can freeze this many different ways. We will show you, we did make a batch yesterday. It was not pumpkin, but we did make a type of ice cream. It was peanut butter ice cream, and we did freeze it, and we kind of got a little bit creative with it. So you will see when I show you what I mean by creative. Now this is what it ends up looking like. And since we want to do, what we've done here is we have done a small pan with little, for little muffins. We're going to use this to freeze it in because it will be small bite size. And since it is a birthday party for dogs, and I am assuming there will be a few dogs there, we're going to do that. You want to grab the scooper. Yep, perfect.
Kitchen gadgets.
Now, just so you guys know, I do have a downfall. I have inherited something from my mother. I like kitchen gadgets. Now, a couple years ago, we put an addition on our house and moved my mother in with us. And I inherited all her kitchen gadgets. So, as you see me pull these things out and, you know, like the muffin pan with the several little muffins, and wait till you see what we froze ice cream in yesterday. Let me tell you, that's going to be cool. You will probably think, oh my gosh, she's got a lot of kitchen gadgets. I do. So, we have scoopers. I have several different sizes, but these little scoopers, and see, they leave a nice little round thing. Do you want to do that? And I will go get our ice cream out. Okay, now yesterday we made ice cream, and my mom, or I inherited, this nifty silicone dish. It looked like roses. It's silicone, so they pop right out. And we couldn't resist to see how this would look as ice cream. So hopefully, if this works right, oh, look at that! How perfect is that? How exciting. A little block of ice cream, gourmet style. That is awesome. I'm so glad that worked. You have no idea. This tickles me. Oh, how cool. So yes, you can get creative, as you can see, as you want with the ice cream. This is bigger ice cream, of course, and it is cold. So this would be, we might take this with us tonight because they look like little roses. Huh. And it is always nice when a plan comes together. So that is, and like I said, this was a different type of ice cream, but it was peanut butter banana. That's right. Oh, that is too cute. Of course, I have to look to see all the different designs. So yeah, there's a few. Oh, how cool is that? So here's our little ice cream. And these are a lot littler. I have little dogs, so this is probably good for my dogs. Those bigger ones would be for bigger dogs. But of course, these don't have the cool design my other ones did either. So let me go throw this in the freezer. Another thing that is really nice about the smaller ones is they will freeze faster. So those will definitely be done in the 6 hours. The bigger ones that I had made, I had actually left them in overnight. They were solid, frozen, but be aware that the bigger, the longer it's probably going to take to have them freeze so they're ice cream. All right. Give us a minute to clean up and we'll move on to our next one. Okay, welcome back. This time, since you know we're back at going to that birthday party tonight, we are doing a doggy birthday cake. We changed it up a little bit, which this is easy with recipes. You can change them up to fit what you're doing. We are not going to make a big cake because it's easier when you make small little cakes, like muffin size cakes. And that way, the dogs each have their own little cake. Works great, much easier to eat, much easier to do. To start this recipe out, it calls for coconut oil. Do not use avocado oil when you're spraying pans down or anything. That's a Bethany tip. Avocados are not good for dogs. Now we're going to use this muffin pan, little dirty because I did make muffins last night, so we had some for the presenting part of the segment. But what you're going to use is Bethany is going to take some of our coconut oil, and she is just going to take her fingers, put it in there, and rub the inside. That way the muffins do not stick to the pan. As she's doing that, I am going to melt 1/4 cup of the coconut oil for the recipe. It does call to melt this. I have not tried, and if you want to try it, you can. Coconut oil does come in a liquid. I have not tried using the liquid in place of this coconut oil and melting it. The recipe calls for that, and I haven't got brave enough yet to just experiment. Because we're filming this, I do want it to turn out. All right. So I'm going to put this on the stove on low. And then that will give me time to mix up. We have 1 cup of flour. You can use all-purpose flour, but
it's not the best option to use for your dog. The best option to use, as long as they do not have a grain allergy, is whole wheat flour.
All right, so we did use the all-purpose flour, but like she said, if you want to get the whole wheat flour and your dog does not have a grain allergy, 1 cup. Where's the 1 cup at? When you are scooping out flour, tap it, use the flat side of the knife and level it off. Baking soda. You can put that behind us. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. One egg.
You just mix it all together.
Yep. One-third cup honey. They prefer you to use raw honey. You don't have to use raw honey. We use just regular honey. I will tell you, raw honey is a little bit more expensive. We do have a lot of honey in our house, I will say that. All right. There you go. All right, 1/4 can pumpkin. And that's not 1/4 can, it's 1/4 cup of pumpkin. Pumpkin is wonderful for your dogs. If you have any diarrhea issues or constipation issues, any digestive problems like that, pumpkin is awesome for them. You can just a can of puree, mix it in with their dog food, or just feed them like a little bit. It really, and they like it. I have not found a dog that does not like pumpkin yet. Oh, we need it still. 1/4 cup applesauce. Use unsweetened applesauce. Most recipes, this recipe does not say unsweetened, but I highly encourage unsweetened applesauce for the dog. As you can see, I did not pour that in over the bowl. I suggest using something little and pour it over that. That way if it overflows, it's not too bad. Then we have 1/4 cup good old peanut butter. Like I said, you go through a lot of peanut butter. All right, and then you have 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Thank you. All right, now I do like to kind of take a spatula. As you can see, it's all just kind of piled in there. I kind of take a spatula and kind of mix it just a little bit to get all the stuff off the bottom and everything. That way when I throw it on the mixer, it's going to stir it all in. Oh my goodness, I guess I'm having a little bit of difficulties here. There we go. Oh. Give it a few minutes to mix all up. Bethany has the pan all greased and ready to go. Some of the things I have learned already, we did try, I know what you're thinking, we thought the same thing. Boy, if I use those paper cupcake holders in there, I won't have to worry about greasing the pan. We used those and we found that the paper does not come off the cupcake very well. It actually left paper residue on the cupcake, and so we found out it was easier actually to just use a little coconut oil and grease them up, and they popped right out. And like I said again, this is really good. But I think the idea that this is for dogs and I don't think it would taste very good deters me for taste testing. Now, if you would like to taste it, you go right ahead and just email me and let me know how it tastes. All right, again, this is what it looks like. I take the spatula and just scrape the edges and kind of stir it to make sure all of it is picked up off the edges and all that good stuff. All right. And what did we use to?
You just used the spatula.
Did I? All right. So we're going to use a spatula, and I kind of estimate on how much to put in there. Of course, you don't fill it all the way, because they will puff up just like a regular cupcake does. It goes over. I probably fill a little over half of it. Yesterday we got, I think, 8 cupcakes out of this batch.
8 or 9.
So it kind of... You know what? I think we're going to do 7 this time. All right, so this is what they look like in the pan. So you can see they're not quite full, and they will puff up. And we will now get the current cupcakes we have already baked. They do bake on 350 for 30 minutes.
20 to
30.
30.
Yeah. You know what? That's a good point, Bethany. Actually, set the timer. I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes because Bethany's right. It does say 20 to 30 minutes, and with them being cupcakes, we found yesterday 20 minutes for the cupcakes was really good. 30 minutes probably would have been a little long, but if you're making a cake sized, you're thinking it might take a little longer. So that will work. Now, ta-da, here is the end product. They do look good enough to eat. They look very good. Now we do have an icing because what is a birthday cake without icing? That is just a 1/2 cup of plain Greek yogurt and 1/4 cup of peanut butter. Again, the peanut butter. Let me get another bowl. Dog. All right, so you got a 1/2 cup?
That's what I was looking for. I cleaned it. Oh, it's right here.
All right.
Cleaned it.
We have a 1/2 cup of plain yogurt. Well, let's use that spoon to get that out then. I will tell you this is our first time making the icing, so I'm really hoping this turns out good too. Go ahead and take that. There's a little bit left. And 1/4 cup of peanut butter. I'm gonna have peanut butter all over my hands from reaching down in this now because we've used so much of it. That's funny. I'm sure I can find a 4-legged friend around here to lick this peanut butter off me because I don't know of any dog that turns down peanut butter. Think about what I'm doing, huh? As I fling peanut butter all over.
What do you want to mix that?
Do we have a whisk? Let's try a whisk. I do need to wipe my hands off though, because I have peanut butter everywhere.
Oh, look at that. If I find came in.
Yeah. She must have heard me say peanut butter. All right, so we're gonna As you can see, we're going to whisk this together. So it kind of looks, and again, it does smell good, I'll tell you that. Looks kind of whippy. All right. These bowls are not there. Is that better? Hold them down. Now, you can get as creative as you want with icing them. You can just use your regular butter knife, or I have a short knife to do icing with. You can use a spatula, you can use a spoon. If you want your kids to do it, I found plastic spoons or spoons work great for letting them ice stuff. It's easier for them to grip, things like that. Great for them. It's great. It is much easier, and it's great for them when they're frosting the cupcakes. Always encourage that extra help in the kitchen. We're going to try this because who doesn't love like fancy, right? Right? I love fancy. So let's use our spatula. Do you want to?
I want to clean it because you ripped up. Put it. We have an egg in it.
Excuse us. She's slacking on her duties a little, you know. All right. One clean spatula. And just so you know, we do have other spatulas in the house. We probably could have just got out a clean one. Here. You want to scoop?
I'm scooping.
You're scooping. You scoop, I'll hold. Go ahead, pull it out and I'll, there you go. Any more? All right, so I need my son-in-law here to show me how to use this thing. All right, we have, oh, look at that. We can do nice little, don't look for me to get too fancy, being it's my first time to use it. But also, this frosting will go a lot farther doing it this way than probably frosting each one. And this is fun. And I'm all about making it fun. Oh, and look at that. Then we add a little dog treat on top. And you have no idea, I have little eyes down here watching us because we have the treat jar out and she's quite excited. Matter of fact, I have now 4 eyes watching us. And there you go, a nice birthday cake to share with friends.